just for you. All right. All right, let's start talking about, was everybody here last week? No.
A couple people weren't.
Couple people
No,
weren't.
I was not.
Okay. Well, then you have to go. Sorry.
He's teasing me.
No, I'm not. No.
But I'll tell you, Ashley, what we do with these calls, we do our new coach training calls. We do them every single month. And we do 4 calls, and we call them sessions. And we do them every Monday at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So for 4 Mondays in a row. And then what we do after we finish, then we just repeat it the next month. So we're constantly doing these. Every month we have those 4 calls because we're always bringing in new coaches. So it's the same topics. However, each call is kind of unique, and we talk about the same topic, but they kind of, they can go in a different direction and things like that. But anyway, so tonight's call is actually session 2 for this month. And this month's a little weird because we had Summit, so we missed a few Mondays. We didn't have any calls. But tonight is session 2. So Greg was talking about last week, which was session 1. But that's okay. So you're going to be in session 2, and if you come next week, it'll be 3. And that might be the last one we do, right, Greg? And because then we want to start August with.
I think we got to talk about Emerald and Club.
Yeah, I think. Well, we'll talk about that because we don't want to fall behind, but we'll talk about that. But
yeah.
So you come to the when we start the new coach this training again, you'll be on that week 1 call.
And to recap last week, who can name one of the 4 vital behaviors other than Brian? Rebecca, how about you?
Recognition.
Yep, that's a good one, right? We definitely want to recognize our challengers and our coaches, and people thrive off of recognition. All right, who can name another one? Kevin.
It used to be invite, but I forget. Invite, share. I don't remember what it is now.
Yep, share, attract, connect, and invite. Right? That's what we want to do, right? We constantly have to be sharing and connecting with people and attracting people to us and inviting people to our challenge groups and to the coaching opportunity, right? So these are the 4 vital behaviors that you have to do to be successful. What is another one?
Be proof of the product.
Yes, that's a good one. Yep. And that means, right, you got to drink your Shakeology. You got to, do your workout. You have to press play every day. You have to be a proof of the product, right? And then one more. Jen, do you know it?
Is it the personal development?
Yes. Yes. And actually, that's the most important one, probably. Because, in order for you to grow as a person, you have to do personal development, right? Or your beliefs are going to hold you back, or your insecurities, or whatever, right? And so to help you overcome those things, you have to do personal development. So if you did miss it, we do have a recording of one that we've done in session 1, so we can send it to you. Okay, so tonight we're kind of going to dive deeper into that inviting and sharing and connecting one, because that is, very important, right? And definitely needs more discussion. So we're going to be talking about like inviting with social media in particular, right? So let me start by giving you some do's and don'ts with social media. All right. So one thing that is very important, let's start with Facebook, right? I mean, you can choose to do Instagram or Snapchat or whatever social media you want to do. But, for the purpose of this training, we'll just focus on Facebook because that's what most of us have. I know we're all on Facebook, right? So when we talk, we'll talk about Facebook. So the profile picture, first of all, it should be of you, your face, right? It should be legible, right? You should be able to see it, even though it's only like this big, right? We should be able to see your face, right? It should not be of your kids. I'm sure your kids are lovely. Your dog is wonderful, but we want to see your face, right? And people want to connect with you because this is a social business, right? So they need to connect with you. They need to see you. They need to trust you, right? Okay. What else? If you don't want to be divisive, right? So you want to remove anything that's will turn your audience away, like political stuff, right? Anything that's negative, right? You don't want to be doing that as a coach. You can clean up your timeline now, okay? You can go and hide stuff. If you know, we're very political in the past. You can certainly do that. But, you know, once you start posting more positive stuff every day and sharing your being a proof of the product and all that stuff, that'll quickly get buried, right? So it's not the end of the world if you have lots of posts. If there's things that you don't want people to see, you can hide it, or you can set the visibility. In Facebook, you can set up lists for your friends, okay? And keep this in mind, keeping this in the back of your mind, okay? If you don't know how to do something like friend lists, there's this awesome tool that you can use that will tell you anything that you want to know. Does anybody know what it is?
Google.
Yes. Google it, okay? So that's true with anything, right? This is your business, okay? No one is going to spoon feed you this, okay? So you have to take initiative, and if you want to know something, you got to Google it, right? You got to do your homework, right? And I'll tell you, a great way to find out stuff is go to YouTube and search, okay? For example, it's like, hey, that's how I learned how to do Facebook advertising. YouTube, okay? You know, it's not hard, you know? So if you don't ever use, like, I don't know how to do Facebook. Oh, I don't know how to do Instagram. Oh, I don't know how to set up a like page. It's no harder than Googling or searching YouTube, and you'll find plenty of experts that'll help you do it, okay? So you got to take initiative in this business. Let's see. Facebook, you definitely want to be sharing every day, right? So you want to be sharing pictures of you, right? So it's important. You know, you don't, like some of you guys might be in my Challenge Tracker app, you know, and I see how you post. You go in there and you put workout done, you know, body beast, chest and back complete, right? That's not how you post on social media, right? You want to connect with your audience, right? So if you do post a workout, that's cool, right? You should, right? But tell a story. Tell why you worked out, right? Why are you working out? What did you have to overcome to work out? You know, did you have to get up in the morning? You didn't feel like working out, right? People will connect with that, right? Give a purpose. Every post that you make have a purpose, right? Other than, well, I call it just being a reporter. You don't want to be a reporter, right? I did this today, and I ate this today, and then I went here today, right? That's not going to get you any engagement, right? A great tip that you can do, every post, if you want engagement, ask questions, right? You see people or coaches all the time. They'll like girls, they'll hold up like a picture of themselves with a red dress and a blue dress, right? Do they really care what you think? No, right? Because they've already bought the dress. They just want you to engage on their posts, right? Because let me tell you a secret about the way Facebook works, okay? This will blow your mind, right? When you make a post, it only goes to about 5% of your friends. Only 5% see it, right? So if there's no engagement, then Facebook doesn't push it out to any more friends, right? So what's an engagement? An engagement is a like, a share, a click, a private message, or a comment, right? That's an engagement from a post, right? Or a story, right? And Facebook now has stories, and they're real popular, right? And like Snapchat stories and Instagram stories, those are huge now, right? So those are something to look at getting into as well. So if people don't engage with your posts, if they're not liking or commenting, then like you may have 1,000 friends, but only, you only get a few people that like it or see it, right? And you wonder, like, why, right? What's wrong with my post? Why aren't people liking my workout post? It's not that they're not liking it. It's that they don't see it, right? Because you're not engaging. You're not engaging your audience. So if you posted a workout post and you said something like, who else worked out today? Comment below. Now you're going to get a lot of people that are commenting, and a lot more people are going to see your posts, right? And then, simple things to do, like tell your audience what you want them to do, right? That's a great way to get engagement. And what they call that is Facebook affinity, okay? So you want people to engage with your post like the red dress, blue dress thing, right? So why do girls do that, right? They do that, the smart ones, right? Because they want people to engage with their posts so that they can build affinity with you, right? Because the way Facebook algorithm works is they know if you've been commenting on, if you commented on somebody's post, that means that you want to see more of that person's posts, okay? So when they do their next post, you're going to see that too. That's why your mom sees every single post that you make, right? It's not because she's like searching for you or looking for you, which she may be, but mainly it's because she comments and likes everything that you post, right? That's why she sees it, and Facebook shows it to her first. I have people like Brian that I always comment on his stuff. I always like his stuff, for the past 5 years. And when I log on to Facebook, Facebook shows me Brian's stuff first, even doesn't matter, if I want to see it or not, I'm going to see his post, because of that affinity that's been built up, right? So what the people do, right, is they get you to like, they get you to comment, right? And then they hit you with the invitation, right? So once a week or whatever, you're going to see that invitation to their free group or their challenge group or whatever, right? So they want that. They want as many people to see that as possible, right? So they build up that affinity. They make sure they're liking your stuff. That's another way to build affinity. So if I want Josh to see my post, I'm going to go like and comment on a whole bunch of his posts. And that builds the affinity between us. He doesn't even have to like my stuff. If I like 3 of his posts and comment on his stuff, Facebook's going to show him my stuff, So that's why, like, one of the things that you want to be doing every single day is, like, especially when you're connecting with new friends, right? We talk about building that list and re-engaging with high school friends and college friends and work friends, and you want to be expanding your warm market, right? You want to be adding new people. But when you do that, the first thing you should do is start loving on them, right? Start liking and commenting on their stuff, right? So if you add 5 new friends this week, your goal is to like and comment, go through their timeline and like and comment, right? At least 3 or 4 posts, right? To start building that engagement with them. And then, you could do private messaging, say, hey, how have you been? Haven't seen you in a long time, whatever. That'll do it too. Brian, what else am I missing with some good do's and don'ts for social media?
Okay. As far as the business goes, this is you're probably your number one don't. You do not want to, what we call, vomit sales on people. Okay, so as Greg was saying, when you make your post, and by the way, guys, say you're making, we recommend 3 to 5 posts a day on your preferred social media platform. All three to five does not have to be your workout post or your or pictures of your food or healthy eating. Just post, everyday things, like Greg talked about with the red dress, blue dress. But just today I posted a picture. I had my Shakeology in there, a picture of my cat. I love my cats, so I post a lot of pictures of my cats. So it doesn't always have to be that workout post, but you want to add value. And that's one thing that we do with the post that we want to really reach people, is add that value to that post, where you're motivating, you're inspiring, excuse me, or you're sharing part of your story. That's how you connect with people. But the one thing you don't want to do is vomit sales. So you don't want to say that you are this great, today was day one of awesome new program, Shift Shop. I did this, this thing is so amazing. And to order it, here's the link. That is something you do not want to do, because we don't do that. We're not salesmen. We don't do that. We share everything. Now, and plus you want to create intrigue. And we kind of learned this at Summit this year, how Facebook trends have changed. You want to create intrigue. You want to create curiosity. You don't even have to say the name of the program that you're doing. You're just, or the name of Shakeology, just your healthy, nutritious shake that you have every day that curbs your cravings. You used to have that 4 o'clock, or you used to have that 4 o'clock crash. You don't do that anymore, because I got this awesome shake that I drink at 3:30, and it gets me through to the end of the day. So you're not even mentioning Shakeology. So now you got people liking and commenting, going, what the heck are you drinking? What are you drinking? What is this? What is this stuff that, because I need something like that. And then when that happens, that type of engagement, you can private message them. You can say, well, listen, I'll send you a message and tell you all about it. And that is when you get the conversation started with people, and you let them know about it. And then eventually, if they get interested, then you can share a link to your website, a link to your store, a link to a product after you've talked to them about it. But you're not sharing those links on your social media, because that's a huge turnoff for people to see that.
Hey, Brian, I'll just also say that, a lot of times you'll see coaches like holding up their Shakeology, right? Nothing wrong with that. And they'll say, I love my Shakeology, who wants to try this, or something like that, right? That's like alarm bells go off for people, right? Because you see that all the time on your social media, right? Somebody, selling their product, essentially, right? Immediately that, that person is trying to sell something, right? If you get a friend request from somebody, right? Okay, think about this. I know you ladies get friend requests all the time. You probably get invited to groups and things like that. But let's say you just get a friend request from a friend, from college or from work, right? The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to check out their timeline, right? And what are you going to think if you see them holding up their product, talking about their product names? You're going to be like, okay, she only friended me because she plans on selling me something, right? So you're immediately going to, set up your walls and be defensive, right? But if you do what Brian said, and you kind of keep it on the down low, right? Like, sure, post your workouts, that's cool, but don't say, I'm doing Shift Shop, You can get it for only $59.99. Here's the link. You could just, post your workouts, what you're doing, talk about, hey, how you struggled to get it done, or how it was hard to get up at 5 in the morning to make time, or, but think about, like, if you made a post, and, if you made a post about Shakeology and you mentioned Shakeology, people, they can just Google it, right? They can just look it up. They can look up the price and be like, hey, I'm not spending $130 on a shake. Don't even bother talking to me, right? But if you made a post that was more intriguing, like Brian said, where you said, hey, I've been doing this workout, and and nutrition program for the past 30 days, and I lost 10 pounds, and I feel great, and I feel amazing, and I can't wait to do another round of it. Don't you think you would get a lot more comments like, what are you doing? Tell me more about it. How do I get it? Right? You know, so you got to leave some curiosity there. And when they do ask those things, don't answer them right in the comments. You know, don't give them a link. Here you go. This is what I'm doing. No, you got to private message them, right? You got to strike up that conversation and say, hey, will you know, would you be interested in it? What are your goals? You know, you strike up that conversation. So, go ahead, Brian. What were you going to say?
I'll go through a couple more real quick with you guys. One other important thing is I know a lot of people, they get on Facebook and they sharing other people's posts. You know, you share to your timeline, you don't want to do that, okay? Especially if it's a post from another coach, or if it's, you know, I don't know, something else about working out or something. You want to try to always share posts, or always write your own posts, okay? Never share it from other people. You know, be your own voice. Be your own voice. Be you, okay? And also using your own pictures, all right? That's pictures, you know, sell. So a picture of yourself, you know, doing your workout, or a sweaty selfie, you know, and you don't want to use like pictures like stock footage. Sometimes I use stock footage, but I kind of combine it with a picture of me, you know, and then maybe, you know, a motivational saying that goes with it, trying to add value to people. But you want to try to keep it with, you know, yourself, pictures of yourself. I've said that before. Don't only talk about Beachbody. You know, if you're posting 3 to 5 times a day, you're talking about everything. You're talking about, you know, everything, your whole day, you know, what's going on your whole day. Not everything has to revolve around Beachbody, you know, because people will see that, they'll keep seeing it, and, you know, you don't want to get people like, oh, there's another Beachbody post. Don't tag everyone and their brother in your posts. I love this one, because I get this done to me sometimes. It's like, I don't know why I'm being tagged in this post. There's like 20 other people tagged in this post. And it's asking me, you know, do I want to post this on my timeline? And I'm usually like, no, because I have no idea why I'm being tagged in this. So you don't want to tag, you know, you can tag 1 or 2 people if they're relevant to the post, but you just don't want to tag people for the sake of tagging people, or have a whole bunch of hashtags in your post. No one wants to see, you know, 8, 9, 10, 12 hashtags of I am a Beachbody coach. You know, hashtag I love Beachbody, hashtag Shift Shop Rules, hashtag come join my team, hashtag, you know, Shakeology #1. You don't want to, you know, throw all those hashtags in there. Let's see here. And a couple things I'll mention real quick is that with Facebook, you can have a business page, which we call it a like page. Those are synonymous with each other, a like page or a business page. Greg has one, I have one. There might be a couple of coaches on the call who have one. And basically, it does work a little bit different, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. I don't know if it's after this or next week, but it works a little bit different. There's different things that you can do, and that's more of a business page where it works a little bit differently, where you may be running ads, you know, for products, or ads for your site, you know, and you're trying to reach a different audience with your like page. But the reason I bring this up is because what you don't want to do is you do not want to like other coaches' like pages. So my coaches on the call here, if you have went to my like page and you have liked it, click that like icon, go back and unlike it. Because what happens is, if you like my like page, whenever I make a post on my like page or run an ad on my like page, that ad has the potential to go out to all of your friends, okay, because you liked it. So it might go in your timeline. And I don't want my ads to go to your friends. I want your ads to go to your friends. Okay, so when you like another coach's post, that possibility is there that they can target your friends, because I can run an ad that says, all the people who target friends of people who liked, my page or whatever. So you don't want to do that. I think that's all I got, Greg.
Okay. Let's talk about inviting to a challenge group. Okay. So the great thing about new coaches, you guys, you're lucky because you have a brand new warm market. Okay. So like, what I mean brand new is like, I got a warm market and Brian has a warm market, but they're not brand new, right? It's, they've heard us talking about Beachbody. They've seen 500 invitations to our challenge groups, right? But you guys, they haven't seen that, right? So they're open to it, right? So like when I was saying, like if you did a post, an engaging post, or the added curiosity where you told people, you posted a picture of yourself, right? Now, if you have a before and after that you are willing to post, I guarantee you that is going to give you the most engagement, okay? But I understand, like new coaches, right? You're still on your journey. You may not feel comfortable with posting a before and after. That's perfectly fine. But if you just post a selfie of yourself, that still gets more engagement, right? You see, if you watch top coaches or anybody, they do that all the time, right? Because they know people will engage more with a picture of yourself. Now, if you do that and you tell a story, right, of what not Beachbody, but what the exercise has done for you, right? What this program has done for you, without mentioning Shift Shop or Beachbody or Shakeology, right? You add that curiosity, say, hey, I've just finished a 30-day program with an amazing meal plan, and maybe you had a picture of your meal or your containers or whatever. That's curiosity, right? Or, you could have the picture of the shake, but it's not like you're displaying it. It's like, it's, just part of the picture, right? As part of, you have it, or you're, whatever, so that's what's going to cause the curiosity, and that's what's going to have people engage and ask questions like, what are you doing, right? And then you can strike up conversations. Now, Brian gave you a couple links in the chat. I will give you another one on how to promote and run a challenge group. This is a 5-step process. And Brian, this is a new document that I got from another coach, and I actually modified it some. I thought it was really good for new coaches on how to go about promoting and not advertising, but making a post and inviting people to a challenge group, right? And it walks you through the process in 5 steps. And it even gives you scripts, that you could send to somebody when they like or comment, So it tells you exactly what to say, how to say it, how to respond to people, even how to set up and run a challenge group, right? In the My Challenge Tracker app, okay? So, read this document and try it. Tell your story to your warm market. See if you can get some engagement, right? Some people that are curious, and then private message them using some of these scripts that you obviously want to make your own words, right? Like if you don't say, hey girl, don't say hey girl, right? Just say, hey Sue, strike up a conversation and see if you can get somebody to join a challenge group with you. Okay, that's as simple as this business is. Okay, I mean, it seems complicated, right? Now you guys have probably logged into the back office and you've probably seen all the training, right? And you're probably overwhelmed, right? At this point, anybody overwhelmed? Okay. Because there's so much training out there, right? There is Team Cup and Emerald training and back office training and all this stuff, right, that you don't know yet, right? Instagram stories and Snapchat, right? Don't worry about it. It really just comes down to inviting people. And you can do this the simplest way. Just create a list of 100 people and start talking to them. You can talk to them in person. You could talk to them on the phone. You could private message them, you know? It's like, I know, you know, some of you are probably in financial troubles, right? Like an extra $500 a month could be a lifesaver to you. Well, would you be willing to reach out to, you know, 50 people and just ask them a question to see if they're interested in, you know, joining a challenge group with you to get healthy and fit? Would that be worth $500 to you, you know, in a month? Right? And then that $500 continues, right? Because they stay in that challenge group with you and they continue drinking Shakeology. The next month you ask 50 more people and you get 5 more people, right? And then, you know, a couple months down the road, now you're up to $1,000 a month, right? But would you be willing to talk to people? That's really all it comes down to, is are you willing to share with people regardless of the method, right? All this training that you see, all the overwhelming stuff, that's just different ways of sharing with people, right? Once you go through your warm market, we teach you how to go out and find new people on social media, right? Because we don't want anybody to give us the excuse or to use the excuse, I don't know anybody, right? Or I don't know anybody who's interested. Brian, how many people did you know that was interested in this business when you started?
Nobody.
Zero. I had zero. I had no one. I couldn't even get my parents to try Shakeology. Zero. And I messaged them all. I did it, you know? But I know now, me and Brian, we're old, right? We're dudes, we're old. So, of course, yeah, no one was interested. But I know a lot of girls, younger girls, who they have like huge warm markets. And they can hit like successful, like if you listen to the National Wake Up Call this morning, right? Was it this morning? Yeah. Like the girl hit SC80 in her first month just from her warm market, you know? So if you have a lot of Facebook friends, you have a lot of people that you could talk to, and you have a lot of people that you can invite, you know, especially if you have a good story, right? Especially if you've seen results. That's going to be appealing to a lot of your friends, and they already trust you. So if you ask them, hey, would you be interested in coming and, you know, doing a challenge group with me? I'm a coach and, you know, I'll help you and we'll do it together. You know, you might have 80 or 40 people that would want to sign up with you too in the first month. But, you know, like I said, it just comes, there's nothing hard about this business. A monkey could do it. Literally, right? The only thing that's, I say it's easy, but it's hard work, right? You got to be consistent. It's hard to overcome the fear in asking people, right? It's hard to overcome the fear in friending people. It's hard to have that conversation with people. You know, and it's hard to do it every month, and it's hard to find 50 new people that you can ask every month or whatever. That part's hard, right? But when I say it's not hard work, I mean, it's not like, I mean, Brian and I, we make a lot of money at this, and it's not like we're having to go do rocket science, or we don't have to go build bridges, you know? We just have to talk to people. That's it.
Yeah, and one thing that, you know, like Greg was saying, there's a lot of stuff feeling overwhelmed, and then you see Greg and I, you know, you got to remember that, you know, I've been doing it for 4.5 years now. Greg's been a coach for almost six years, right? You know, so when I started, like Greg said, I had no Facebook friends except for a few people, a few family members. and that was it. And I didn't have anybody really that I could talk to. It was a real crazy time in my life. But I decided that I was going to do this, and I was going to, learn as much as I can. And we didn't even have these trainings back then when I became a coach. So a lot of my stuff was Google, and talking to Greg and getting mentored by Greg, and some of the other coaches at the time, and just doing it, and being consistent with it. And it took time, and I'm an introvert too. I still feel like that introvert, when I talking to people, because of the vital behaviors, that stuff gets easier and easier and easier. 4 years ago, I could never imagine going into the grocery store, and striking up a conversation with a total stranger, but now I can do it. Is it scary? Yeah, it's scary, but I do it anyway, because I know this business, because I want to attract, I want to connect with people. What's the worst that can happen if you're talking to someone, they say no? We're gonna talk about that when people say no and objections. But it is a process, and that's another reason why personal development is so important and one of the vital behaviors, because it will help you get over some of those fears. It will help you, deal with some of the baggage that you have, the emotions that you have. It's and kind of teach you, that growth process, because I didn't wake up one day, Greg didn't wake up one day and we were like, yes, we are successful and now I can finally talk to people. It's a process, and you have to grow into that person. Other people, and there's probably a couple of you on the call, type A personalities or sapphires, where you love talking to people. Just boom, you can talk to anybody and strike up a conversation, and like Greg was talking about, SC80, I'm not like that. I know Greg's not like that. So for us, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit harder, but we practice these behaviors. We've had success doing this, and now we're teaching it to you so you guys can take it and replicate it too.
Quick question.
Yeah.
On you call it a like page, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned that it's better if you don't force the product down people's throats, etc. on Facebook. However, on the like page, would you display it? What would you do there?
You could, yeah, because the like page is a business page, right? So a lot of people, would expect to see that on a business page, right? Not on a personal page, right? So it's perfectly fine. Now, people are going to be just as skeptical, and if you display, I never display the product on I have a business page, right? But I don't, display the product really. Because you still have people who are, cautious, right? And they're going to research it on their own. Even if I saw it on your page, I don't know you, right? Why would I buy from you? I'm going to Google it myself, and I'm going to buy it directly from Beachbody or Amazon, right? So, people think about it this way. People are going to buy into you, not the product, right? They get the product anywhere. They get it at eBay, right? They get it from anybody. But why do they want to get it from you? That's the question, right? What's your story that connects with them? What is your results that impress them?
Do you, I totally lost my train of thought. Never mind. I'll think of it later.
Many coaches, and I'm going in this direction with my like page, is not even about Beachbody or the products or anything. It's more about lifestyle, or motivation or family, so the Beachbody products are just a tool, another tool that they use in their life to be happy and fulfilled. So their like page is, it's not just, all Beachbody products. It's actually something else. So if they're giving value back on their like page, not just your workouts or, but true, personal development, true value to somebody, helping somebody, you're going to have more of an effect, more of a reach, and connect with more people on your like page. And then you can offer them the tools that will help them, the tools that helped you. And that's what Beachbody is. That's what the products are.
And the caveat is, let's say I already have I have my app group, right? I have my challenge group already, right? Of everybody who's already doing Beachbody programs, right? So I will push a product in there. I'll be like, hey guys, did you see the new, shake that just came out, the Daily Sunshine, that's for kids, that's fine, because these people have already drunk the Kool-Aid, right? They're already, doing workouts and stuff. So it's fine to tell them, hey, did you see Shift Shop? Hey, did you try Energize yet? But people, you don't want to do that on your timeline or anything like that. So, and speaking of, people doing the workouts, you don't think, just so we were talking about SC80, right? Success Club 80. You may not even know what that is, but, don't feel like you have to, hit Success Club to be successful. Don't feel like you have to sell a challenge pack, right? You probably started with a challenge pack, right? Because that is the most successful way to get into Beachbody and the most value, right? Because you get Shakeology and you get all the workout programs and you get the containers and, everything. You guys know. But a lot of people, are going to object, right, to the $160, which is an amazing value, and it kind of blows my mind. But that doesn't matter. I would rather you guys get 10 people into a group with the 14-day free trial and not make anything in the beginning, if you can, if you're afraid to death to ask somebody to spend $160, ask them to sign up for a free trial, a 14-day free trial, and get every one of those people into a group, right, on the My Challenge Tracker app. If you can get 10 people or 20 people or more trying it out for 14 days, they have become your customer. For them to try it out, they have to sign up as your customer, which means that you are their coach, which means if they ever buy anything in the future, you automatically get the credit for it, right? And because they're trying it out, they're going to love it. I mean, how could you not love Beachbody On Demand, right? And even after the 14 days, or let's say after 10 days, you go to them and you say, hey, I see you're loving it. You're getting results. Would you like to continue this for a year, and try Shakeology? You can upgrade to the challenge pack at that time. They don't want to upgrade to the challenge pack. They could just continue and they'll get charged after 14 days. It's only $38, for a quarter of Beachbody On Demand. Every single program, every new program that comes out over the next 3 months, but I guarantee you, if you continue coaching them for 3 months, they're going to want to become a coach, right? They're going to want to try Shakeology. Even if you have 10 people, I'm sure if you can keep them engaged in a group and motivated and inspiring them every day, I can guarantee you after 30 days, they're going to want to, try Shakeology, become a coach, and probably do more. So don't feel like, Success Club is a huge goal, right? Every month, selling challenge packs does give you, a $50 commission or a $70 commission. But more importantly, if you can get them started even for free, that's a win. All right?
Exactly. And we have, and now, Greg and I didn't start with, there was no BOD. I mean, it to me now, it is so much easier for us coaches to run that 14-day free group and give them access to all of these products, where before we didn't have that ability, and have them, and help them through it and develop that trust, that relationship with them. The more people that you can, add value to, the more people that you can get in the group, like Greg said, the more people that you can reach, the more people that you can help, even if they don't order anything, you're helping them. And as the groups go on, and then also what you're doing in the group is you're talking about your results, and you drinking Shakeology or Energize to help with your workout, all of that stuff. So you're still sharing all that. You're not selling it, you're sharing it. And trust me, you are going to get people asking about, what is this Energize thing that you're drinking, because it sounds like you're crushing your workouts, and I'm so tired in the morning, and then open it up and, have conversations about it.
Oh, I want to share something with you guys that's very important. What do you do when you find somebody that's interested? What do you do, right? How do they get the product from you, right? How do you get commission for it? How do you become their coach? So the easiest way is through this link right here. I just posted in the chat. It's the link generator, okay? This is the most important thing that you are going to learn tonight, all right? You guys can see my screen here?
Yep.
So basically, this is done by Beachbody, and it's links. It's direct links to the product. You don't have to send them to your coach page or send them to beachbody.com and try to figure out what, you talk to them, you find out what they want. If it's something on sale, it's going to be right here. Here's the All Access Challenge Pack with Shakeology, right? Here's the one with Performance and the link. And you see how it says your ID at the end and it's highlighted? Well, you have to type in your coach ID. So here's mine, and I hit submit, and you see how that changes to my coach ID? If you give somebody this link, they're going to automatically become your customer. You're automatically going to get the commission for it. It's going to show up in your back office. You're going to get that. You're going to get $50 deposited in your bank account the very next week. That happens automatically just by using that link, okay? So the most important thing is this, okay? Now, you'll try these links yourself. They won't work, okay? Because coaches can't buy challenge packs, all right? So the link won't work for you. But if you're not logged in to Beachbody, it'll work. But if you're logged in, it won't work because it knows you're a coach and it won't show it to you. But you can see this page has every single challenge pack. It's got every single program by itself. It's got all the supplements and Shakeology and Ultimate Reset and Daily Sunshine. And even if you just want a Shakeology sampler for somebody, a 7-day sampler, hey, talk somebody into trying it. There's the link right there. And the coolest thing is at the very bottom, right? If somebody wants to become a coach, right, there's the link that you give them. They sign up with you as their coach, right, as their sponsor. And if somebody wants the BOD membership that we talked about, like that 14-day free trial, it's right there. That's the link, BOD membership. And if they select the quarterly $38 payment, it'll say free trial 14 days in very small print right underneath of it. And if somebody already has a program, let's say we all know somebody that already has a program like P90X, or it doesn't matter if it's a pirated copy of something, right? Or maybe something they bought off of, Beachbody directly. That's okay. Get them to sign up for a free Team Beachbody account, and you will be their coach, and get them into your challenge group. They don't have to buy something from you. If they got an old copy of T25, get them into your challenge group. Get them into the app where they're going to see everybody working out, drinking Shakeology, posting about it. They're going to see Carl's posts and, Chris Downing's videos and all that good stuff. And they're going to want to try Shakeology, and they're going to want to, I guarantee you, they will buy more stuff. That's what I've done. I've always invited people for free, and they turn into customers that purchase things. So, any questions about that? No? Okay. So I would bookmark that, so you have it. Because when you do make your first sale or have that person that wants to sign up with you, you'll be like, oh crap, what was that link that Greg said?
But you can always, see my screen?
Yep.
Yep. You can always get to it. You log into the Coach Online Office. I don't know if I'm still logged in, but I haven't been here a while. And you go to Sales and Marketing. I'm sorry, My Business, My Forms and Documents. Yep. And then you scroll down a little bit. And it's right here, Team Beachbody Coach Link Generator. So even if you don't have the link, it's in your back office right there, along with all these other forms, you know, if you need stuff. But that's it right there.
All right. So who thinks this week you can make a post and do that invitation and follow that 5-step invitation process that I gave you the document with? Do you guys think you can do that?
Yeah. Does it count that I already have a challenge group with like 12 people in it?
That's awesome. You are ahead of the game.
All right.
But
It doesn't count. You need another one.
yeah, but you should still do the invitation on your Facebook page.
I shall do that.
Yes, because you definitely need more. All right, so that's your homework for this week. We will see you next week at 8 o'clock, same time, same day.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
All right, see you guys. Hey, Brian, I didn't ask you. One other thing I was going to ask you or tell you. I need you to talk about our topic this week with me.
I was just about to say that I can't stay on the call too long because long day and I got to get to bed. I have to be up at 4 a.m. So, but
you always have to be up at 4 a.m.
Huh?
You're always up at 4 a.m.
No, I've changed. I'm usually now it's like 5:30.
Oh yeah.
So, but I got to take care of a lot of stuff tomorrow. Too many late nights and you know.
Well, our topic is Diamond Think and Thinking Bigger, right? So,
I mean, I could, you know, I can stay on for a little bit, and whatever you want me to.
all right.
Over or share.
Hey, Emmanuel. You might be muted. I can't hear you.
It's not muted. I think his mic's not working.
Oh, I bet if you pull out your headphones, I bet you it'll work. Hello? I can hear you now.
Hey guys, how
Yeah.
are you?
I can hear you. But when you plug in the headphones, I won't. You lose your mic probably because.
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, I switched headphones.
All right.
Yeah. I'm using Christine. She's a professional at this stuff.
Yeah. She's got the professional headphones. All right. Let's see if anybody else is going to join us. Oops.